Hello, and welcome to today's video. I'm your host, Nightmarish, and today I have a very important question for you. Are you racist if you don't draw people of color? Like, at all. If you have mainly white OCs, are you racist? No, of course not. You are not racist if you don't draw people of color in your artworks, or don't include people of color in your OCs. Now, before you get heated, and before you start commenting, oh, but you have to include people, representation, all that. Like, listen, I know this is like a very tense topic, as many racial topics, any topic relating around race is often very tense, but here I'm here to talk about something silly that I've seen around on the internet, where people are saying if you don't draw people of color, if you don't draw black people, you're a racist, or your art sucks, or you're a horrible person. But statements like these are really weird to make, and I want to talk about them today, as well as other statements later on where it's like if you don't draw people of bigger body, you're fatphobic or something like that. Again, I'm going to put a disclaimer. Racial discussions are tense. Discussions like this become tense. This is my opinion, and you're open to give your own opinion in the comment section, of course. But remember to keep it respectful, as always. Make sure to get your point across. Don't be mean. Don't spread hate to somebody. Don't try insulting anyone. Now, with that disclaimer out of the way, I have to give you context as to why I'm asking this question. The main reason I'm asking this question is because I was scrolling through TikTok, because of course I was, and I came across a post saying that if you don't draw people of color, then your art is automatically bad. Or it's not that hard to draw people of color, just admit that you're a racist. Or lines up along that. And I think this is really stupid and irritating, because the thing is, people should be allowed to draw what they want. And if you don't draw a certain group of people doesn't mean that you're a racist. That is obvious. And people are even afraid of drawing people of color, black people, Hispanic people, or people of just different nationalities, because of the fact that they're afraid of getting cancelled or receiving hate if they don't represent a specific group in a specific way. It is important to note that historically, yes, different races have been portrayed in a very stereotypical way, with racist features and generalizations throughout history, which influences how people react now. It's important to be careful and to make sure that you're not making a racist caricature of somebody, especially when it comes to different cultures. There is a lot to learn in art, and speaking from like a personal perspective, me personally, when it comes to different races, body types, or whatever, I struggled a lot to learn how to draw basic human features. It doesn't come naturally, and I've seen like people mention that I'm afraid of drawing people of color because I'm afraid of getting cancelled, or I'm not sure how to draw this specific hair type. It gets really confusing, or it's really difficult for me. Claiming that drawing people of color isn't difficult and you're just being a racist is extremely ignorant and generalized. Honestly, some people want to learn, but they literally don't have the resources to do so, or don't know how to do so. And I'm going to touch upon that later on, and how you can improve if you want to draw different features, and I'm not just talking about race. But the basic statement I'm trying to make here is that you can't claim that someone is racist based off the fact that they only draw white people, or based off the fact that they only draw one race. Or you can't call somebody fatphobic because they only draw skinny people. That is not true. That is extremely untrue, and it's extremely uncharitable to the person actually making art. People are gonna draw what they want to draw no matter what. You can't just force something down someone's throat. In fact, I believe that when you say stuff like you're a racist if you don't draw certain groups of people, you end up scaring people away, or causing them to hate or have some type of disdain for drawing specific groups because of statements like you're racist. This doesn't encourage anyone to learn to draw different races or body types. If it's a situation whereby you as a person viewing someone's art, you're like, oh my god, their art is so pretty, I would love to see them draw something like this, you can ask the artist kindly, hey, are you going to be able to draw something like this? Instead of just jumping to conclusions. Even offering them a reference can help. But it wouldn't be fair of me to mention these people who say this without also mentioning the other side of things, where people are making excuses like, I can't draw black people because it doesn't match my aesthetic, I can't draw black people because it doesn't match my art style, or I can't draw people of bigger body because they're encouraging an unhealthy lifestyle. Those are stupid arguments. Those are stupid excuses to be making as an artist. If you're gonna be saying stuff like, I can't draw different races, it doesn't match that, I can't draw them, you can, instead of boxing yourself into I can't, why not say I can learn to do this? I can learn to draw different body types. I can learn to draw different races. It really doesn't kill to do so. Is it easy? No, it's something that you have to learn. Learning most of the time isn't easy for anybody. But continuing to box yourself into a box and say that, oh, it doesn't match my aesthetic, oh, it's just disgusting, or something like that is extremely disgusting on the artist's part if you are doing that. There are multiple resources to help artists to learn how to draw different things. Now more than ever with the internet, it really doesn't kill to just learn, but I know a lot of people don't want to learn, and it's okay to say, hey, I can't draw that because I just don't wanna, or hey, I can't draw that because I don't know how to. When it comes to myself, I'm always open to learning how to draw different features. People are interesting, and you can't say features belong to specific races, so forth and so on, because people are unique. They have different features, facial features, lips, hair, so forth and so on, skin color. It's just people are interesting, and there's a variety of things to learn from. And me personally, I really like to learn from people. I really like to observe. I really want to learn how to draw new things. I can't say I primarily draw this type of people or this group of people because I don't. I just like to learn in variety. And I'm going to try and be helpful. I'm going to tell you how I was able to learn how to draw different body types and races, and just how I made it fun and exciting for myself, because I have stated before that learning is extremely difficult for me, like really difficult. Before I decided I wanted to take art seriously or learn how to draw certain things, I was literally just like, I didn't even bother coloring some of the art I made. A lot of it looked ugly and grayish, and that's my own like personal thing. Like, I'm grateful I started from somewhere, but I find it more progressive that I have a set strategy or something that I can use to have fun and learn. So obviously my first thing is I used references. I used references to learn how to draw different body types and skin tones as well, because you can color pick, but sometimes it is important to know that when you're using a reference, the skin color might not be as accurate as as it looks, because stuff like in the reference, for example, if there's a reference picture and you want to color pick off the skin, it might appear different, grayish or whatever as a result of the lighting, and your eyes just don't register that. But when you color pick, it's like a completely different color, which, oh god, it's so annoying. But one thing that helped was actually using color palettes, like skin color palettes, to see colors that match, colors like that work for blush, colors that work for shading, so that my color mixture doesn't look too weird or odd or whatever. As well as getting inspiration off of other artists, because there are a lot of artists who draw many different type of people. So now you can just look up a specific artist or come across an artist, just look up like a character that you really want to draw, and then just try and duplicate by practicing, by actually just seeing how they stylize different hair types, how they stylize the lips of certain groups or something like that. There is always something out there to help, and there's always an artist who draws different groups of people. Also, just be patient with yourself. Actually, just take the time to learn by yourself instead of rushing to post it online. It helps a lot if you're able to sit and wonder and just contemplate and be like, okay, this works, this doesn't work, this looks weird, this doesn't look weird, rather than getting feedback from thousands of people. Because you know what they say, too much feedback can cause like your art to be all mangled and shit. I hope to God I'm making sense. I really do. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while, like a really long time, and I hope I was able to make my points clear. I'm still trying to learn how to vocalize some of what I'm saying, but I think I'm gonna try and do like a closing statement. The conclusion of this video is basically you can't claim someone is racist because they don't draw specific groups of people. You can't force an artist to draw what they simply don't draw. And if you're going to ask an artist about it, be respectful and don't be a jerk about it. And for artists, if you are asked, why don't you draw this specific group of people? I really like your art. I think this group would be really well represented, or I think it would look really good. You can be like, oh yeah, I can learn, or I don't wanna, or something like that, instead of making flimsy excuses like it doesn't match my aesthetic or my art style, because I'm pretty sure saying shit like that just pisses people off. Actually coming down to a logical reason, not just any reason, why you as an artist don't want to draw this specific group when you're asked about it, can be really eye-opening. It can show you that, okay, like, I can learn. I have stuff that I haven't done yet. There are a lot of people in the world with a lot of features, like I said before, so I don't expect every artist to be able to draw them, but I think it is an interesting experience when it's like, oh yeah, oh my god, this would look good in my art style. Or, oh yeah, this group of people, let me try actually studying different features. Let me try actually seeing how I can draw these people. But again, if you don't wanna, you don't gotta. Like, the simple answer can be, I don't wanna. You don't have to say some shit like, it's not part of my aesthetic or it's not part of my art style. Excuses like that are stupid. And there are always resources to help you learn. If you wanna learn. There are always resources to help you learn. You don't have to make a big deal out of the fact that you can't draw a specific group of people. You can just say, nah, I don't know how to, or nah, I don't wanna. Again, I really hope I vocalized my points properly. And if there's any comments that need me to clarify certain things or some stuff that I'm saying, yeah, just comment, And if you liked the video, why not just leave me a like? And you know what? While you're down there, subscribing doesn't hurt either. It really doesn't. And while you're doing all that stuff down there, why not leave me a comment? Like a really long essay comment, like a rant comment. I would love that. Like, I read all of them, I understand most of them, and I'm gonna try my best to clarify and to reply to most of them. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.